They say the sequel is never better than the original, but I'm hoping we can prove that wrong. Welcome back, guys, to Season 2 of the Hearts Football Manager 2022 Career Mode. We've got new players in the league, we've got new teams in the league, we've got new players at our club, we've got new competitions that our club is involved in. I'm hoping that we can go bigger and better this time around and improve on what, in my opinion, was an excellent opening season for us. We finished third. We won the Scottish Cup by beating Celtic in the final. For me, it's going to be hard to improve on that. It doesn't get much better than that, but I am optimistic and I eventually have a goal to take Hearts all the way to the top and become champions. Do I think it's going to happen this season? Probably not, but that is the long-term goal, and I want to see us make progress every season to that achievement, and I'm hoping we'll get it sooner rather than later. In terms of the league, last year I did want third, but I didn't just want to finish third. I wanted to keep the old firm close, and I said at the start of the season, if we could get to the split, and we were still mathematically and with a chance to win the league, I would be happy with that. And I managed to achieve that goal. By the time we played 33 games last season, I was only 14 points behind Celtic. Now, 14 might seem like a lot, but I think when you consider 14 points over 33 games to the best team in the country, I don't think it's that much. So, with that said, I am hoping to achieve the same goal again this year. I want to get to the split while still being in the title race. Now, if we can get closer than 14 points, that is great. If we can't, then we'll just have to live with it. In terms of the cups, I think we need to be aiming to not only retain the Scottish Cup, but add the Scottish League Cups. If we could do a double in the cups and, match the achievements of Callum Davidson, then I would be absolutely delighted with that. And for Europe, I'm just happy to be in Europe. It's all about going as far as we can. If we can make the group stages, great. I'll be kind of disappointed if we don't, but it's all about going out and making a good account of ourselves. I don't want to get embarrassed by anybody. I want to go out, I want to fight, I want to travel to some nice places, pick up some nice wins, and get some well-needed finances. Hopefully allocate it to the club with some good performances and vital wins. So, the new team that was promoted to the league was Inverness Cali Thistle. Only one team came up, so they will be the new boys this year, which is all good in the hood. I'm looking forward to playing them. It's a bit of a distance travelling up to Inverness, but we're just going to have to deal with it, guys. Shit happens. I would have maybe preferred a team closer to us, but here, if we need to go to the Highlands, then so be it. The opening game is against Dundee United. They take us on at Tannadice. The league is starting very early this season. The first game is on the 23rd of July. I believe that is due to the World Cup now having a Winter World Cup in Qatar. So I think that is why the league is starting early, because I do expect there to be a big break somewhere in between. We'll check the schedule now, actually, have a look at it. So, December, yeah, there's a break between... almost a 2-month break between the end of October and the end of December. So, not a single game. We'll be playing in November, and it'll be interesting to see how we go on. And we might actually watch a few of the Scotland games. I might go and sit there and watch Scotland cheer them on, and who knows, maybe scout some players if that's something that you guys want to see. Now, we did play a bunch of friendlies in June and early July, and some of them didn't go too well, some of them went alright. We picked up wins over Colchester, Alloa, Bristol City and Wigan, but unfortunately we had defeats to Ipswich, Coventry, West Ham, Derby County and Sunderland. A lot more defeats there, to be fair, than I would have liked, but at the end of the day, they are only friendlies, they don't really mean nothing, so I ain't going to look into it too much. Now, something I do want to cover before we get any further into this video is the new squad. Now, we did have to make some signings. It was undoubtedly going to have to happen. Last season, quite a lot of the first team members actually left. We had Peter Haring left, we had Jamie Walker leave, we had Gary Mackay-Stephen leave, we had, I believe, Andy Halliday left as well. We'll check who left, guys, and then we'll have a look at who we brought in. Am I happy with the signings that I've made? Yes. Do I think I could maybe bring in a couple more? Yes, but I'll just have to wait and see what happens. So it might seem like I've brought in quite a lot of players, but to be fair, I think we needed them because we had quite a few going out. So let's look at this. Let's quickly see then who we managed to bring in for this. So the first, before the first season ended, like, massive news here, guys, fucking breaking news. Before the first season ended, I did manage to secure Liam Balogun of Rangers. His contract was up. I got him on a free. In my opinion, really good signing. I do expect John Suter to leave. So Balogun, I brought him in. Whether or not he's going to be the replacement for Suter, I don't know. But I thought he would definitely add great depth to our centre-back, centre-back options. And the fact that we normally play with 5 at the back with 3 centre-backs, it doesn't hurt to have an extra centre-back in the team. So that is what we've done. We've managed to get Liam Balogun from Rangers on a free. A great bit of business, in my opinion. And I also signed this guy here, Rhys McClear, for 26.5k off Norwich. Now, we have loaned him out to Alloa in the meantime, who we have agreed a partnership. They will be our feeder club. So at the moment, he's been loaned out there. The board aren't too happy with the fact that we loaned him out and we didn't really get a good financial deal out of the whole thing, but I think this guy is going to be good in the future. He is only 20 years old, but what I would say is I don't think he would feature much for us this season, especially with our strong midfield with Devlin and Benny and also Dominic Ball. So I thought, you know what, I am going to loan this guy out, and I think he will improve from, a season with Alloa, who I believe are in League One and managed by Barry Ferguson. So that will be interesting, and he's out on loan there. So the players that left, guys, were Harris Spratt. He went on a free. The goalkeeper, not a lot I could do, but Jamie Walker left on a free. Gary Mackay-Steven left. We got 115k for him. Aaron McNeff left to St Mirren. We got 12k for him. And then after the season ended, more players left. Peter Haring left on a free. Luke Damore left on a free. Armand Nongelay left on a free. And then we loaned out a bunch of players, including Galloway, Gordon, Hamilton, Mackenzie, Kirk, Callum Flatman, Michael Aitken, Finlay Pollock, who I think is going to be a great player in the future, and Cammy Logan, who I think is also a promising player. So a few players are going out on loan that maybe we could have kept at the club, but again, I think they will gain and they will benefit more from getting more game time in a lower league. And then 3 players that were brought in since the end of the season, and they're all wingers. First of all, we've got Ben Woodburn, who we had out on, who was in us on loan last season for Liverpool. His contract ran out, and we decided to snap him up. So to get Ben Woodburn is amazing. Apparently, he's valued between 7.6 million and 8.6 million. So even if we decided to sell him now, that would be an insane profit. He didn't have the greatest season for us last year, but when I seen the opportunity to try and get him for nothing, I thought, you know what, I have to take that. We did have to offer him 6.5k, the wage department, which is eating up quite a chunk of our wage, but I thought it had to be done. Another player we brought in was Harry Chapman, 24-year-old Englishman from Blackburn on a free. You can see, still a decent player, looks good, has decent stats, can play on the left or the right, possibly even play in the middle as well. And with the likes of Jamie Walker leaving, Gary Mackay-Steven leaving, I thought we needed another winger, and that is why we brought in Harry Chapman. And last but not least, I also brought in Nathan Holland, another 24-year-old Englishman, who I think will just do a job. I think he'll be a fringe player, but I seen the option to get him for free, and I thought, you know what, this guy looks pretty decent. We do need players after losing a lot last year, so you know what, I'll try and get this guy, and try we did. So we managed to get him over the line. And last but not least, one more player that we did get in. It's not showing up here, but one more player that we did manage to get over the line, which I am very delighted with. I wasn't expecting this, but we managed to get him regardless, so I was absolutely buzzing. Taylor Moore managed to sign him on another year-long deal. Now we have got the option to potentially sign him at the end of the season, and make the deal permanent. But at the moment, we've only committed to another loan deal. I think we're paying the majority of his 4.5 grand a week, so we'll see how that goes. And I would love to sign Taylor Moore on a permanent deal at the end of the season, so we'll just have to wait and see how things goes, but we can guarantee that he will be with us this season, so that's good. All stuff in the hood there, so yeah, brilliant. Taylor Moore back in. Love to see it. In terms of some other clubs, we will go through the other teams and we'll have a look and see who they've brought in and who they haven't brought in, and what's been happening in the land of the Scottish Premiership. So yeah, actually got it about this. Alex Cochrane decided to join Brighton. I did try and sign him. We do need another left back, in my opinion. Stephen Kingsley is the only real left wing back we have at the club, and I wanted to get Alex Cochrane. I wanted to retain him. His contract was up. We could have got him for free. We offered him a deal. I actually offered him £200 more a week for his wages than Aberdeen did, but he chose Aberdeen. So you know what? Fair play to him. They also signed Dan Byrne for Brighton and Jay Fulton from Swansea. So it looks like Aberdeen there have had a decent transfer window. They've also brought in Harry Arter from that's a really good sign actually for Aberdeen. They also brought in Harry Arter from Nottingham Forest, and Jordan Rissiter, the former Rangers man, who looks about 50 years old there, but he's not that old. They've signed him as well. So I think Aberdeen have made some good signings there. In terms of who's left though, not really a lot. We've got Dylan Magoo's away, Michael Roofe, Jack Gourde, Corey Gerrard, J. Emmanuel Thomas, obviously not having a good career at Aberdeen, out after one season. Going to Hamilton, man, that's a big step down there from him. And then also Matty Kennedy going to Dundee United. There is speculation that Calvin Ramsey could be leaving Aberdeen, and if he does, I'm sure they'll get a lot of money from Tottenham. I think they're wanting to bid about £6 million, so we'll keep a wee eye on that, but that would be a shitload of money for them if they decide to do that. Celtic have brought in Daniel Baselli, Cenk Tuzon from Everton, that's a big signing. Silver Ganfola from Bochum for 3.5 million. And I think the big major signing, in my opinion, also got Timothy Way for Leo, the American, the 22-year-old. That's going to be another big signing for Celtic. And last but not least, I think Carter Vickers, they managed to get that deal as well, permanent. Managed to get him in. Going to be a good signing for them. Got Jonathan Dos Santos, who we already knew about last season. But they've got Jordan Fuchs on loan. It's not on loan, sorry, pre-contract. So yeah, his contract was up with Dundee United, and they decided to get him on a free. And I actually feel sick for Dundee United, man. That is stinking to lose a quality player like that and get absolutely nothing for him. That's like having a 10 out of 10 girlfriend. You could pimp her out for 10 grand a night, but instead she sleeps with someone for free and you're just left there skint. That's how it must feel for Dundee United to lose Jordan Fuchs on a free. Absolutely gutted for them. And he didn't want to sign a contract with him. It's not what Dundee United could have done, to be fair. They did offer him a contract and he said no, so it is what it is. In terms of players going out, Celtic getting rid of Bolinogley, McCarthy, Ajeti, Matthew Anderson, whoever that is. Anthony Ralston left on a free. He is gone. Joe Morrison as well went to St Mirren under 18. So no massive players there really leaving Celtic. Definitely so far I think they've had a good window and it's looking pretty promising for them. Dundee, not a lot happening. Yeah, just not a lot happening really. Not a lot to say. We'll move on. We're not even going to talk about Dundee. Dundee United, like we've already covered the fact that they brought in Matty Kennedy and they have lost Jordan Fuchs. Also, Callum Butcher has left to go to St Johnstone, so it's a bit of a blow for them. We've already covered us. We don't need to talk about us again. Hibernian have made a few signings. Got in Morgan Fox and Meekinson from Dundee United. And then after the window, they brought in Scott Wright for Rangers, man. That's actually no bad signing there. Scott Wright coming in for potentially 200k. And then a couple of other players, including Darnell Johnson and Sean Maguire. What is this, man? Hibs are spending the money. They're splashing the cash. And you know what, I guess they need to. I mean, they finished 4th. It wasn't a horrendous season. Or did they finish 5th? They may have finished 5th, actually. It wasn't a horrendous season for them, but I didn't expect to see them spending this kind of money. So they haven't sold any players yet. Any players of note. So it's not like they're using money that they've gained from selling players to bring these guys in. Does that tell me that they maybe plan on selling one of their key assets, maybe a Martin Boyle or a Kevin Nisbet or a Josh Dodge or a Ryan Porteous. I don't know. But the fact that they're willing to spend millions on players tells me that they may be looking at selling some key players there, because I just can't really see why they would be splashing that sort of cash. 3 million in total, and maybe they're not done spending, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Also Inverness Cali, the new boys, they've made a bunch of signings on a free, including Chris Martin, one of the worst players to ever earn a cap for Scotland, and Inverness think this guy is going to keep them in the league. This guy wouldn't keep you in Sunday League fit, but never mind the Cinch Premiership. Inverness, I think, have fucked up massively by signing this guy, but here, they've gave him a chance, so we'll see how he gets on, but I can't say I have much faith in Chris Martin to do Inverness much of a favour. If I'm being honest, guys, I don't think he's going to help them much, and they've only spent 4.5k. I don't think that's going to be enough. I know we've brought in a lot of signings without spending money, but I just think Inverness perhaps should have tried to have brought in a couple of better players, a bit more quality. Livingston haven't really done much. Bunch of frees. Kel Benedictus and Ross Dohan, the standout players, really. In terms of players leaving, Andrew Shinney's left, Gavin Riley's left, Jackson Longridge is left. Again, nothing special there. Motherwell, bringing in Frankie Dean and Jensen Weir. Also got Keane Bryan from West Brom at the end of last season. And in terms of players going out, at the moment, Ricky Lamy is went to Kilmarnock for 12.25k, so that's what it is. Not a lot happening, guys, apart from the big boys really spending. In terms of Rangers, a bunch of players here, but I don't really know any of them. Matt Clark coming in from Brighton with a player exchange. I'm not too sure who the exchange was. And then they brought in Mite, Dembele. In terms of players, Ryan Kent was the player exchange. So Ryan Kent has went to the Premier League. Ryan Kent has went to Brighton. Assuming Brighton's in the Premier League, they are third in English Premier Division. So Rangers have finally lost Ryan Kent. And look at the players going out, actually. Holy shit, they've lost more than Ryan Kent. They've lost Hadji. Hadji has went to Burnley. Arfield's gone. Joe Ariebel's away. Scott Wright's away. Galvin Bassey's away. We spoke about how Balogun's joined us. That is mad. Rangers here losing quite a lot of players. And they've only spent 3.5 million, so do Rangers have financial difficulty? Well, of course they do. We know they do, but it would appear they also have them in the game as well, because their the expenditure here is mad compared to the money coming in, so it doesn't look good for the Rangers, does it? And Ross County haven't sold anybody, but they haven't really brought anybody in of note either. So guys, let's have a quick look at our squad, the squad depth. And this is what it currently looks like based on the players that we have in the team. Nothing's really changed up front, but in terms of the wingers position, everything has changed. We've got Mackay and Woodburn and Ginnelly, obviously, but now we've added in Chapman, we're adding in Holland, and we've got the new players in there. Depth here, we've got Balogun who can play right wing back. Balogun can also play across the back three. So we definitely have more options now. Gordon is still the number one goalkeeper, so it is what it is. And in terms of how I expect us to line up, I think this is going to be our strongest starting 11. And to be honest, guys, not a lot has changed from last season. But one thing that has changed is a massive injury to Barry Mackay. This was almost game-breaking in my opinion. Torn knee ligaments, received in the game in the West Ham friendly. Absolutely devastated. He's expected to be out. Initially when it happened, I think it was for 3 to 4 months. He should be back in about 6 weeks to 2 months. But it's still a long, long time to be without a key player. And, we know how influential he was last season. I mean, last season he was amazing. His goals speak for himself. Let's see if we can actually have a look at his stats here. I mean, last season he was great. In the Premier League, he had 38 appearances, 18 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the matches, 7.3 average rating. In the cup, he had 11 appearances with 6 goals, 6 assists as well with 4 player of the matches. I mean, come on. But the guy was great. Overall, 49 appearances, 24 goals, 13 assists. 9 times he was awarded man of the match, and overall he had a 7.26 rating. So that just shows you how good the guy was last season. I am really disappointed that we're going to be without him for a decent period of this season, but we'll just have to cope as well as we can. And yeah, with that said, guys, it's time for the opening game of the season when we take on Dundee United at Tannadice. Big match. Dundee United will be up for this. They'll want to improve on last season where they were not very good at all. That's probably an understatement. They were pretty shit. So we'll see then how we get on. Rangers not playing the day, or are they? No, they are. Rangers are at home to Motherwell. Celtic are away to St Johnstone. Aberdeen are at home to newly promoted Inverness Cali Thistle. Ross County play Livingston. And then tomorrow we've got Hibernian taking on Dundee. Hibernian and Dundee, how are they doing actually in terms of Europe? So they're going to get either Larne or FK Seneca. We don't know who we're getting yet, but there's Hibernian's path. You'd expect them to get out of that group, or not a group, but you'd expect them to beat either one of those teams, I think, fairly comfortably. So looks like Hibernian should get into the next round. And Dundee, how are they doing? First round against Akan Dimaja Pandev. They've won 3-0. So far, it's a pretty good start for Scottish teams in Europe. I would expect Dundee to safely progress now after picking up a 3-0 win away from home. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, guys, throughout the early part of the season and see how the Scottish teams go. But with that said, it is time to get in to the opening game of the league season. So I just basically want everything to stay the same. We were great last season. Can we keep that going this season? Let's find out. Barry Mackay, every time I look at him and he's injured, it's so fucking gutting. It is so gutting, but what can we do, guys? There's not a lot we can do, if we're being absolutely honest, so we'll just have to accept it, that he is injured and we can't really do much. We have Liam Boyce back, but it will be Fernando Llorente who is starting up front for us, so yep, he's going to be up there. Michael Smith he is carrying a wee bit of an injury. Now, I don't know whether we play Jamie Brandon. I think we might actually. We might play Brandon. And sure, the player is so... He actually wants to leave, which I don't really understand if I'm being completely honest. I do intend to give him more game time this season, but he just doesn't seem happy. Wants to move. It is what it is. Is this the team we're going to go with then? Nathan Holland. Do we maybe start Holland, or we start Woodburn on the left? We'll play Chapman on the right. Balogun. Should Balogun play? I don't want to disrupt the three at the back. It worked so well for us last season. I don't think there's any need to change it. So this is how we're going to line up, guys. This is the team. Gordon, Moore, Halkett, Suter, Kingsley, Brandon, Benny, Devlin, Woodburn, Chapman and Llorente up front. Now, yes, keep in mind, if I do receive a bid for Suter, then of course we will sell him. That is 100%. But I just don't want to transfer list him, because I don't think it's fair that we should lose out. Once you transfer list a player, you don't really get the value that they're worth. And I want every penny that John Suter's worth. So we're waiting on a club coming in for him. Now, obviously there's going to be interest. He's a top player. And when it does come in, we will look at getting rid. But at the moment, we're just going to let it go, guys. So yeah, there you go. Jimmy Brandon is lacking in marked sharpness. To be fair, we probably will bring on Michael Smith later in the game, but I thought we'd give the benefit of the doubt to Jimmy Brandon since Smith is carrying that injury. Opposite, Charlie Mulgrew is actually playing really well at the moment. I wouldn't have minded getting Charlie Mulgrew for a season. Let's see here. I expect a win today. I expect a win, guys. Come on. We've had time off. Let's go out, guys, and get back to winning ways like we were last season. See, Dundee United under new manager David Healy. They're playing pretty well. They've got 4 wins for the last 4 games. Things are going pretty good for them. There's how we line up. Pretty much only one change from last season. We've got Chapman in at right back. On right wing. Although Jamie Brandon is playing right back, whereas Michael Smith, you'd expect him to be there. But with Michael Smith carrying a little bit of a knock. I just don't feel like it's worth it in the first game, potentially risking him and getting a serious injury. So we'll leave him out for now, and we'll see how we get on in this Premier League opening match. So we'll go to extended highlights, guys. It's the first game. I want to see how we go on. Let's get a good match out of this. Pissing down with rain here in Dundee. Weather is definitely not helping us. It's took a block. Halkett is there. Ball to Llorente. Llorente finds Cammy Devlin. Devlin pass intercepted by Glass. And now it's Lee on the way down this left-hand side. Chapman's chasing him. It's whipped in, and it's almost a goal. That would not have been the greatest start. No shit, but not good there. Dundee United a minute in, already looking pretty good. Chapman then out wide loses the ball. Thomas coming forward. Appier, Glass plays through Thomas, and it is a good save for Craig Gordon. Benny's the first to react to it. He gets rid of it. And Dundee United are applying pressure, and they're looking pretty good here. They're looking very good, actually. We need to do something. We haven't really started yet. Not a lot happening. With 8-9 minutes gone. I mean, we're dominating possession, but I'm not too pleased where the game's going. Let's encourage the team, because it hasn't been a great start. And encouraging the team does seem to have made them all react positively, so that's pretty good. Siegrist launches it up. It is Moore who brings it down. Halkett finds all the way through to Suter. Suter now to Benny. Back to Suter. Suter plays it back to Halkett, and Halkett spreads over to Moore. Moore to Devlin. Hearts now beginning to build up well here. It's Kingsley. Kingsley looking for options. Looking for something. Back at to Kingsley. He controls it. It's Stephen Kingsley. Whips it in. It's headed away. It's going to be Moore. To Devlin. Out to Kingsley. Surely Kingsley can whip in a good ball. No, he plays it short to Woodburn. Back to Kingsley. Whips it in. Llorente header off the post. And how could we forget about Fernando Llorente and his heading ability? But this time his head crashes off the post, and it is not the opening goal we were hoping for. But at least we've responded well, I think, since that wee shout. Wasn't too happy with the opening 10 minutes, but at least we were on to create a really good chance. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. We were denied by the post. Another header by Llorente, and it's another header over the bar, this time not on target. Disappointing, to say the least. Suter now to Brandon. Back to Suter. Gordon plays it back to Suter. Can we create something from the back here? Halkett now. Bit pedestrian. We need a bit more. Don't know, a bit more something, man. Can we I might up the tempo a bit. But we'll wait. Well, let this attack play out. It's Chapman! Oh my god, Ben Chapman there. Or Harry Chapman, whatever he's called. It's my new signing. I should probably get his name right. But he almost scored a screamer there, but not quite on that occasion. And not many goals here, only one goal so far. Celtic currently leading St Johnstone. That is pretty much the only scoreline at the moment. That's the only goal in the whole league. I wish we could add a goal to us. I would like us to get a goal, but at the moment, not really happening. Thomas's pass intercepted by Devlin, playing it all the way back to Gordon. Now Gordon to Suter, and again we build up from the back. This time with Jamie Brandon to Chapman. And Chapman, that's the second time in this game where he's gave away a loose pass through to Thomas. And Thomas scoops it well over the bar. Craig Gordon, I thought, was going to get called into action there, but he didn't. And it was fucking hacked well over the bar. St Johnstone have equalised. So 1-1 in that game now. St Johnstone not laying down. Back on level terms. And now it's Niskanen to Thomas. Appier to Lee. Plays it to McMahon, who's booked. Glass. Niskanen. Oh, good slide. Oh no, Kingsley tried to. Oh, and it's Gordon. Fantastic save for Craig Gordon. I thought that was the lead there. I thought Dundee United did have the breakthrough, but thankfully not. Craig Gordon pulls off a save, somehow keeps us in it. Halkett heads it away, and that will be out for, I believe, a Dundee United throw-in. But there's been a free kick given, edge of our box. Gordon takes it. Again, having to play our way out from the back here. It's Brandon. Brandon plays it through to Chapman. Harry Chapman. And towards Ben Woodburn. No! Ben Woodburn, man. Come on. You have to slide in and get that. Show a bit of commitment. Just like the Dundee United defender did. Kingsley whips it in. Woodburn's header. Straight into the hands of Siegrist. Still 0-0. Both teams still looking for a way through here. Abada went off. It's not a red card though. It's an injury. So Celtic still have 11 men. Ball headed away, only as far as Moore. Kingsley, Suter, opportunity here for a shot. Brandon to Suter, and we've been forced all the way back to the halfway line. Still Suter, we've dropped down to 6th place now. Kingsley to Woodburn, to Devlin. It's good play here, it's Laurenti, but I think Woodburn's offside. Won't matter, he is offside, but Siegrist made a save regardless, so Woodburn couldn't even tuck it away. Couldn't even finish it. There's McMahon. McMahon throws it to Thomas. Thomas back to Declan Glass. Glass back post into Nicanen. Let's took a deflection. This ain't good. Thomas shot blocked by Benny. And Hearts still hanging on here. Johnny Hayes is giving Aberdeen the lead. They're winning 1-0. Mullen, I think, is giving Livingston a lead as well. So a couple of teams now joint top of the table. Back pass. Siegrist just clears it. It ain't taking a chance, but Brandon's there to win that. It's Chapman down the right hand side. Looking lively. Crosses it in. Laurenti! And it's a great save. It's not a great save. I thought it was a great save. It was a great save by the crossbar. Crossbar there pulling off a great save. And it's 0-0 at Tannadice at half time. Some good chances for both teams, but deadlock yet to be broken. I was going to tell them what they've been unlucky so far. If we keep playing the way we're playing, guys, we can win this. That's how I feel. We're going to go attacking here. I do feel like we're going to try and up the tempo in this second half. Kingsley straight away. Oh, that was a good run, but he's found Devlin actually. I thought that cross was a big bag of shit, but it's actually worked out no bad. Jamie Brandon now on the right hand side. Brandon back to Benny. It's Chapman. Chapman, can he get a pass in? Cross in? It's going to be a corner. Brandon there hitting it off the Dundee United player for a Heart of Midlothian. Corner kick. Woodburn whips it in. Back post. Moore was there. Couldn't get it. It will fall to Stephen Kingsley though. Still going to have an opportunity for us to do something. It's Kingsley. Whips it in. Chapman doesn't jump for it. Falls for Brandon. And that is the end of that. .49 minutes gone now. Still, no scores have changed in the second half. Aberdeen and Livingston still the only two teams to be leading. It's Kingsley, Woodburn, back to King. Oh, that's a great one too there. Kingsley and Woodburn combining, and Kingsley. That's not a great finish, so Siegrist with the save, but was it even going in? You expect better there for Kingsley after a great bit of play. Woodburn's corner is terrible, doesn't even beat the first man, and it was Louis Apierre who was the first person to get to the ball and clear the danger away. Still, quiet second half here around the league. No more goals in the second half as things stand. I would love a goal here. Declan Glass is playing a 7.0 for Dundee United, and Declan Glass has just picked up a booking as well. So, Declan Glass, strange. As soon as I mention him, he just picks up a book in the scan and also goes into the referee's notepad. Rangers have took the lead. It's Katic with the goal. They are now beating Motherwell by 1-0. Samuel is equalised for Ross County, and Celtic have taken the lead again. So Giamakis there with a goal in the 65th minute, giving them a 2-1 lead over St Johnstone. And right, we're going to make changes now because I think we are running out of time, and I do not want to drop points in the opening day. So let's look at the bench here. Who have we got? I mean, Fernando Laurenti. I don't want to take him off. I don't want to take him off. Do I take him off? I don't know. No, he's having a good game. Woodburn, who's not really having a good game. Do I give a debut to Nathan Holland, or do we bring on Josh Ginnelly? I think I'm gonna bring on Nathan Holland. I'm gonna give him a debut. We're gonna give him a chance to prove himself. Who else can we bring on? You know what? Actually, I think I may bring on Liam Boyce. I know Llorente's having a good game, but he hasn't scored. So that's what matters in games. I'm going to bring on. Yeah, we're going to leave that for now. And I think Harry Chapman's playing well, so I want to leave him on. But yeah, that's the two changes we're going to make. We're bringing on Holland. We're bringing on Boyce, and we'll see if those players can have much of an impact in the last 22 minutes. Benny then out to Brandon. It's into Chapman. Chapman crosses it in. It's Llorente, and he hits the bar again. Jesus Christ. Llorente with another header. That's twice now. He's seen headers hit the crossbar. Charlie Mulgrew standing over the free kick. Good save by Gordon. Chris Mockery's first to it. He's whipped it back in, and it's Harks with the header. And it's Gordon with the save. Craig Gordon denying Dundee United the opportunity to take the lead. Goldson now scores. Roof scores, and Rangers, after struggling to break down Motherwell, have a 3-goal lead. Right, we're going to change things up here. We're going to go more direct, up the tempo, get more direct. We're going to look to hit early crosses. And we're going to make one more substitution. And who do we bring on? I'm going to bring on Josh Ginnelly. For who are we bringing off? I don't know. Benny, and we'll play Josh Ginnelly. I think we'll play Josh Ginnelly there. And Josh Ginnelly then can play. It doesn't look like he can play too good there. What about Chapman? Can Chapman play there? He can. We'll get Harry Chapman to play as a shadow striker, and Josh Ginnelly can play as a winger on attack. So that's it. We're pretty much going for it now, guys. We're having to give it our all here. If this doesn't work, then I don't know. But we've tried. We're going for it. With 12 minutes to go. Ball cleared away. It will fall for Halkett. Suter now coming forward. Suter finds Josh Ginnelly. Picks him out. Josh Ginnelly down the corner flag. Plays in Boyce. Liam Boyce lays off to Kingsley. Stephen Kingsley shot's blocked. Nathan Holland will collect it. And he falls and loses the ball. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. That's why we signed him. For instances like that. Just to see him fall and lose the ball. That's exactly what I want from my winger, guys. Fucking exactly what I want. And shout. I think we need to demand more. And we need to go very attacking. And we need this to happen. We need something. It's through the Boyce. It's Liam Boyce. Shot saved by Sigrist. Ah. That was it. That was the chance. That was the opportunity. And again, we've been so unlucky. 4 minutes of added on time. 4 minutes of added on time. Can we create one more opportunity? It's Halkett. No, it's not. It's Holland. Holland coming forward. It's out to Kingsley. Kingsley. Going to maybe try and find Boyce. Boyce is in the middle waiting for it. Boyce is waiting for it. Oh, and Boyce puts it wide. Boyce puts it wide again. 92nd minute. I've got another opportunity here. Brandon. Whipped in. Ginnelly! Oh no! Ginnelly. Chapman brings it down. His shot blocked. It's Harks. Clears it. Harks now comes away with it for him. On the counter. Plays it back to McCann, he's just played behind him. There's 30 seconds to go. Can we get the ball back? Can we create one more chance? Dundee passing it back to the goalkeeper again. Sigrist just launches it up. And it's flicked on into the hands of Craig Gordon. He plays it to Halkett. Halkett just hits it up. And it finds absolutely nobody in a blue shot. And this could do it now. It's Chris Mockery. Halkett slides in, wins the ball. Declan Glass now holding it up. Or Dundee United settling for a point. It looks like it. And they're going to get it, guys. It's blown. The full-time whistle here at Tannadice. And it has finished. Dundee United 0. Hearts 0. It's I don't know what honestly don't know what to think about that. I thought the second half we created more chances and we actually looked the much better team, but it's a bit disappointing not to win the opening game. But we did keep a clean sheet, so I don't really know how to feel about it. It's disappointing we didn't win, considering we had a lot of chances when we were on top. I think that's the fair way to go about it, because I do feel like it's disappointing. But a clean sheet, guys, it's a clean sheet, and you can't really complain about that. We did look solid at the back. I think that proves we do have a defensive situation at the club. We've got that sorted. I think our defence is great, to be fair, and we don't look like conceding. But maybe we need to improve attacking wise, and maybe we could add a few more players into the club. I don't know. We will have to have a look at it either way. But it's finished here. Dundee United 0. Hearts 0. It's a result that leaves us sitting in 7th place. It's early days though. I mean, we ain't going to worry about where we are in the league at this stage. That would be foolish to look too much into the league table. It's only one game. But already we do find ourselves, and I can't help but think like this, but we do find ourselves a point, 2 points even behind both Old Firm clubs. So, not great at all. Overall, though, I don't feel like it's the worst start to the season. Craig Halkett there getting the man of the match, 7.8 match rating. And, he had a good game. Defensively, we kept another clean sheet. It's a solid start to the season, but would have much preferred getting the win. We've got Harry Chapman making his debut. Nathan Holland also making his debut. At least we didn't lose, guys. We didn't lose, and we have Hibs up next. So it's not like the pressure is going to get any easier on us. We didn't win the opening game of the season. We need to make sure that we win the Edinburgh Derby. So, a win there would have been great against Dundee United, but it wasn't to be. And like I said, we didn't get beat. We kept the clean sheet. There is positives to take. I think the recruitment this season has been good. I think the fact we managed to get Taylor Moore back on another year-long deal is brilliant. Balogun as well didn't feature, has yet to make his debut, but I think that was a good signing. Chapman, I think, looked lively in that game against Dundee United. Honestly, I don't think we've seen enough of Nathan Holland to really make an assessment of him. But, I mean, overall, I think we look pretty good. We've made some good signings. Veteran Gordon sets record as Hearts' oldest player. So there you go. That's good for Craig Gordon at the age of 39 years and 204 days. So good stuff there for Craig Gordon. Ticket sales are coming in at 14,773, which is pretty good. We've already sold about well over 1,000 more than we did last season. That's good. And Ryan Milne has agreed to a deal to lead the club and join Clyde on loan. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And we'll see how Ryan Milne gets on at Clyde. Hopefully the loan deal there helps him progress. And it's now time to see how the last game of the opening weekend goes. And Hibs come away with a 1-0 win. So Hibs, after splashing the cash, after making improvements in their team, go on to win against Dundee with Brophy up front. There's the Hibs team. Macy, Fox, Porteous, Johnson, Caden, Doyle Hayes, Halberg, Mueller, Wright, Murphy, and Nisbet. So Hibs do look like they've made improvements this season, which I guess ain't good for us. That's not what we want to see. But you know what? We welcome it, guys. You know what I mean? We're not going to back down for any challenge. But Hibs do look like they are a better team this season. And Jamie Brandon has now said that he wants to stay at the club. So, interesting turn of events. 1 minute he wanted to leave, the next minute he was happy to stay. Don't quite understand why he's flip-flopping. But if he wants to stay, I'm happy to keep him. I think he's a solid player. And I'm in no rush to get rid of Jamie Brandon. So, who knows? Who knows how good he'll develop into. But at the moment, it looks like we're going to keep him. And in 4 days' time, guys, we have a big match against Hibernian. Weekly loan deals. Weekly. We'll request a summary to inbox. I really don't want to do another staff meeting at the start of the season. McFarlane set to sign for Ross County. Liam McFarlane, 18-year-old goalkeeper, is Is it a permanent deal? It is. Hold on, Savage here. Calm down a minute. Is he any good? He's valued at 10k. What is the bid? 3k. So he's valued at 10k, but they're offering 3k. I don't know if we want to accept that or not. Offer made, additional fees, after league appearances, percentage of next sale. I guess we'll accept it. And yeah, why not? Gets us a bit of money. Forest Green have snapped up non-Irish central defender Sam McClelland, a guy I was looking at getting, but I felt with the fact that we managed to get Taylor Moore back for another season, and the fact that we managed to sign Liam Balogun, I did not. I couldn't really justify bringing in a third centre back, so we decided against signing Sam McClelland. And Ross County then do go and sign our 18-year-old goalkeeper Liam McFarlane. And you know what, hopefully he has a good career there. Don't think much was going to happen from here. And we do have some other promising goalkeepers in our youth ranks that I am maybe going to try and get a bit of playing time this season in the main team. That's actually something I think we'll cover in the next episode, guys. I think we'll have a look at the under 18 squad, because there is some good players in there that I do want to start featuring quite a lot. Bourne Hardley has agreed to terms with Sunderland. He rejected an offer for Hearts. That kind of sucks. He looked a solid player, and he was someone I was interested in signing. But if he doesn't want to come, guys, he doesn't want to come. We can't force him. So we ain't going to get him. But that's going to do it then, guys, for the opening game of the season, the start to Season 2. Not the win that we wanted, but it was a solid performance. It was a clean sheet. I'm happy with the new signings. I think they looked alright. And I expect to see more from them in the future. And I expect to see more from the club and the players in general. Up next, it's the Edinburgh Derby against Hibernian. Absolutely buzzing. First game at home against Tynecastle against Hibs. Looking forward to it. Need to get off to a good start. Need to win that game. And then we'll take it for there, guys. But that's it. That's the start of Season 2. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. If you can share this video to everybody you know and everybody you don't know, I'd appreciate it greatly. And until next time, I've been Son of Scotland 90. It wasn't the win we were looking for, but at least we didn't get beat. Till next time, peace.